G'day, g'day. Welcome back, Eagle Eye here. Hope you're well. Just thought I'd do a new raft slash boat tutorial to catch up with what's been happening in the last few updates. If you can see in the bottom left, I'm on 0.61.00 experimental. Basically the same as 6.0, but with a few fixes and supposedly able to recover some of the resources if you scrap them. So far I've tried a bit of that, but not much. But that's a different story. So we're just going to discuss boat building, raft building. I'm on my experimental island, which has basically got everything on it that I need to do tutorials with. So I've got some barrels, some tyres, some buoy buoys, and some logs for some sticks. So we'll do a few various boats. Most might take 2 episodes to do. I'll do it during daytime only. I've just woken up here first thing in the morning, as you can see by the shadows in the background. So we'll do a couple of boats, show you what I do as my basic boat. Once again, it'll depend on what you find when you spawn. Often my first raft is just made of sticks, and that doesn't bother me. That's okay, because in this game all rafts are equal, be it no matter what they're made from, or how many sails you've got, or etc. 1 sail, same speed as 4 sails. So I've got everything lined up. I've got everything we need, I think, including fuel. So we'll do one with some sails only, and one with some engines, with and without sails maybe. And we'll look at the new racks for carrying boxes, and even the roof thingies over the top to give you some shade. Can't remember what they're called offhand. So we'll resume, and so I've got a heap of stuff here. This is my regular raft. I'll just give you a look at this one first. This is the raft I use now. It's quite big, plenty of container shelves. I usually carry six basic items. Oops, when I lined up everything I need when I'm out and about. You can force that if you like. And a couple of empty boxes usually I'll take with me as well. And the raft canopies will fit everywhere except for where the sail is. And I've moved my raft. I've made my raft canopies so they form 2 loops, up and then down and then up. Well, down to up, a loop in the middle and then down again. So we'll build my basic raft first up, and why I built it this way, maybe. Now, I'll grab a hammer and some of these. So basically, if you build it on the water, it's going to float away. So we're going to start by building one. We'll just hold it up in the air, let it drop to the ground. And now we can't add to the side because it's on the sand. Here, I'll show you what I mean. It'll snap too, but it won't give you a blue line up. So we'll right click on it so what we'll do first is we'll discuss the directions, and like in my previous video, this is the direction of travel. And you'll notice with these, we'll do one of these. We'll drop one of these here. This will be a separate raft. You can see the direction of travel. Okay, so this is the back, this is the front, this is the pointy end. Okay, and that's the way it travels that way. So just watch when you're placing the items. You can't tell the difference with these. So anyway, what we'll do is we'll just drag that aside. We'll just right click and put it over here out of the way for now. We'll use that one later. Oh, use that one later. Okay, so what we do to avoid floating away is right click and just drag it up onto its side. Now you can use this as a boat if you want to. One boat with a sail on the middle and with a steering arm on the back or rudder. That's fine, but it's very unstable. It gets blown over, gets fall over. Sharks don't like it because they just knock them about. So we'll grab another lot of these and we'll just bring them over here, and then we'll hold up in the air and they'll snap to it. They'll be white, not blue. And then you just, once they're snapped, you just left mouse button. Okay. We'll do some more. And we'll put one on top. Okay, once again, direction of travel is that way. So my basic raft is, hang on, I need some more of these. I have, it's going to fall over. Yes, it is. Damn. Okay, we'll bring it back up here. Now it's upside down. So we'll put it back on its side again. Now this is the, no, not going to work. Okay. Now, I need to get into such a position that when I use a 6-piece raft. I put one at the front, 3 across the middle, one here, and one here. Now, I don't think we'll be able to put it there because of the angle it's on. Well, no, we can. There you go. One there. I don't think we'll be able to fit that one on. We'll have a look. No, we can't. It's red. So we'll just drag this up onto the rocks a bit. Right click and drag it onto the rocks. See if we can't get it in a nice spot where it hangs over the edges. We'll try that. And put one just there. Okay, so there's my basic raft. I can drag that around a bit. Okay, now I'm going to use wooden planks for the top. So the wooden planks are just there, so we're going to put, will that come up? No, it won't. Okay, so vehicles, floors, I'll whack him on there, and I won't come up again. 2. Okay, that's my basic raft shape. Same as that big one over there. That's how it started out. Started out like this. Now I find this is quite agile because you've got a point in the centre, or nearly in the centre, which is going to be your pivot point. So I've got 2/3 the boat in front of it and 1/3 behind, basically. Okay, it's quite a good pivot point. So when I want to make it bigger for carrying more containers, I just put 3 across the back. 1, 2, 3. And I'll leave this point in here. And then it still steers pretty well. If you were to put one in here, and then one here and one here, and put the motor here, it's really long and it's really hard to turn. So I'll leave the hole in the middle and just put 3 across the back. So what we'll do first though is we'll grab some stuff for a sail. Where'd I put those? There they are. Sail, there's one there. Okay, that's your direction of travel. You can't, you can alter it, but you don't want to. I'm just using the E keys. It's best left in the default configuration, which is forward. Even though using the E keys you can turn it around, that's no dramas, but it won't go very well. So try and keep the natural the natural point, like here, the natural front is this front end here. You can't tell with these, but if you try and put on a sail, it will naturally go to the natural forward point. So I'll leave it at that. I'll put that in the middle. Now this one I'm going to make in. I'll put on a sail anyway. There's this one I'm going to make into a powered boat. Well, we're just going to make a anchor. Now I don't know if it's to work on it, we'll find out. I'm going to put the anchor just here. Now I put it here for a reason, which we shall discuss in a minute. Oops. Hanging over the edge of the rocks. No, a little bit further, we'll hang it over here. Okay, we'll do that again. Just there. And I do it there because when I'm driving the boat, I can still reach the anchor from here when I'm operating the boat. I don't have to get up and move around. So it's very handy. Now, engine. We can't fit it on there, so we either got to drag the boat into a spot here where on the rocks to raise it up, or once again we'll try and put it on its side. Okay, it's on its side, that's good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll craft a motor, and when you bring it up here, it'll go sideways, like that. That's where you want it, right there. And while we're here, we'll craft a, can't remember how much we need. A rudder, which we'll put on this back. No, put it up there. That'll do. Drop that. So there's our boat, all ready to go. We're going to flick it back on its feet. Yep. We're going to push it over or not? No. Okay. Back on its feet. I've already got a fuel mode up, which is sitting right here. Jerry can, once again you pick it up. Want to see how full it is? Empty your hands and point to it, 100% fuel. That one there's the same. So we'll fuel it up. Now that's my basic raft. And if I grab a hold of the engine, I can still drop the anchor from the control point, which is exactly why it's where it is. On my old video you noticed I put it on the front. Well, that wasn't a very good spot, and I've come to learn since then that this spot is better. But you know, you do whatever you want. This is just how I do it. We'll chuck him into the water. Just a right mouse click and just trying to drag it in the water. The moment the current's coming this way. It does change, I reckon. So I reckon before I've had the current going out that way on the same map. Okay, grab on board, we can take it for a ride. We'll just back it over here for a second. And we'll just plonk it here and we'll drop the anchor. Okay, so there's the first one. And I said, as you usually find more parts, then I'll make it bigger and I'll put 3 across the back. Now we're in sunlight at the moment. Oh, look, we're on high. I need to cool down. So when I have a boat like this now with the racks, I have 6 containers. Basic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Fuel and spy glasses. Let me get in the shade. Am I in the shade? Yeah, none it says. Okay, I have 6 containers. This one has my sleeping bag in it as well. That usually sits just here. I have spare tools and a space for each one usually. In case I've got stuff to make one, and no room to carry it, I'll make a tool and I'll put it in my box. I carry 12 refined spears for shark hunting, air and breath boosts for the big wrecks, and some water. And then this one and the one below are all my meds. So I've got aloe salves, shark repellents, and some food. I don't carry any other food except for this. I do carry extra water sometimes, depending on how far I'm going from home. In the bottom, of course, I've got double breath boosts because I use up a lot when I search these big wrecks. So, and this is built up over time. You won't get this in the first week or so, you know. So I'm going to use up one of these for right now.
Just what I need.
And I think I've got some food here still. Okay. And while I've done it, I'll just save. Okay, so now we'll do some add-ons for this boat. We've got a hammer still? Yes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4. So I can carry, I think. Hang on, we'll just drop this for a minute. I haven't got enough of them, I mean. Oops. Okay. Yips, get on there. Okay, so I want to put on the raft canopies. Alright, so I tend to make mine low at the front, high in the middle, and high to low, then low to high. So I'll put one just here, which is low to high. Then I'll put one, oops, just here. At the moment that's low to high. I want to spin it round, so I use my E key or my Q key to rotate it, and put one just there. Now watch out for how your boat's floating, because as you can see it's moving, and it will keep moving until you stop it, or until you press the build button. So once again we'll go high to low, we'll spin it round. There we go. So now we're going to, if we look from the side, we're going low high, and now we'll do low to high on this side. Which is where it is anyway. So you see how it moves on the boat? So just grab a hold of it and get it in the right spot. Now, if you've already fitted your container Not use that anymore for now. If you've already fitted your container okay, let's just put a couple of these on. The shelving. Now these have two sides to them. The right hand side is part when you put your crate on, the name will be on the right hand side of this one. So if I put that one there, I'll put a container in, it'll say container on this side. So if you want to read your containers from both sides, you can flick them around the other way. Alright, so I have faced mine inwards. Now, if these are already installed when you want to put the canopy on, make sure that there's no containers in them, because it won't build while there's a container in the storage spot. Alright, and then do one here, we'll switch that one around as well. Just wait for your boat to get level. Come on. And another one just there. See the boat goes up and down. Let's get it level. We'll put it on there. Now we've got spots for all our stuff. Okay, so that's my basic boat. So we'll leave that one here. This is getting dark, and we'll come back in the episode shortly. I'll go through the night cycle and come back, and we'll do a second episode about adding on to this one and other varieties of the boats. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, that's cool. You don't have to follow me, you don't have to give me a thumbs up, you don't do anything, because these aren't monetized. This is just doing it because I like to do it. So have fun, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.